Welcome and welcome back to the Unveil. I'm your host, Destiny, and today we're talking about something that I think is one of the most challenging and most necessary parts of the healing journey: self forgiveness. Not forgiving other people, though that has its own important place, but forgiving yourself for the mistakes you've made, for the ways you've hurt people, including yourself, for the version of you that you're not proud of, for the choices made from fear, from wounds, from survival that still left marks. Self forgiveness is not easy. For many of us, it's actually harder than forgiving others. And today, I want to talk about why and how we began. This episode is brought to you by RSS.com, the podcast hosting platform I personally use for Welcome to the Unveil. If you've been thinking about starting your own podcast, RSS.com makes it simple, affordable, and legit. My link is in the show notes and is pinned in the comments. Go check it out. So, let's begin today's episode. Let me start with something I think it's worth saying clearly. You're not your worst moment. You're not the sum of your mistakes, and carrying shame about who you've been does not make you a better person. It just makes you a person in pain, which often makes you more likely to hurt yourself and others again. Shame is not accountability. Shame says, I'm bad. Accountability says, I did something that wasn't aligned with my values. I'm going to learn from it and do better. These are completely different things, and forgiveness is not about escaping accountability. It's about releasing shame so that genuine learning and change can actually happen. Here's something to consider. The version of you who made those choices was doing the best they could with what they had at the time, with the awareness they had, with the tools they had, with the wounds they were carrying. That doesn't erase the impact of the choices, but it does reframe who the person was. If you had a child come to you in tears about something they did wrong, you will not condemn them forever. You will hold them, help them understand the impact, help them make it right where possible, and then help them move forward. That is what you deserve too, from yourself. So, how do we do this, and how do we actually forgive ourselves? Step 1. Fully acknowledge what happened, not to punish yourself, but because genuinely forgiveness requires genuine seeing. What did you do? What was the impact? Who was affected? Don't minimize it or magnify it. Just see it clearly. Step 2. Understanding the content. What was going on for you at the time? What wounds were you operating from? What did you not yet know? Not yet have the capacity for? This is not an excuse making. It is a developing compassionate for the human circumstance that lead to the choice. Step 3. Make amends where possible. If someone was genuinely hurt by your actions and amends are possible and appropriate, make them. This is not about getting forgiveness from the other person. It's about taking responsibility in a concrete way, which is a step towards genuine self-respect. Step 4. Commit to learning and growth. The most honest form of self-forgiveness is, I am going to be different of this. Not perfect, not immune to mistakes, but genuinely committed to learning. What does this teach you about yourself? What do you want to do differently? Step 5. Release the ongoing punishment. At some point, and this is the hardest step, you have to decide that enough is enough, that you have carried this long enough, that continuing to punish yourself serves no one and damage everyone, including you, that you are allowed to put it down. This doesn't happen all at once. Forgiveness is not a single moment, but a practice. You forgive and then the shame rises again. And you forgive again, and again, until the weight begins to genuinely lift. You deserve the same forgiveness you offer to someone you love. Not because you've earned it, not because you were perfect, but because you are human, and humans make mistakes, and growth is always possible. Carry your lessons, release your shame, and keep becoming. Wait, before you go, this show is made possible in part by RSS.com, and I want to genuinely thank them. Podcasting changed my life. It gave me a space to process, to heal out loud, and to make someone else feel less alone. RSS.com made that technically possible without it being a headache. And if you have something to say, something you've been holding, they can make it possible for you too. My link is in the show notes and pinned in the comments. Your story matters. Thank you for being here today. I'll see you next week on the Welcome to the Unveil. Bye.